Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is us on the show here tonight. After week five, we're doing our week five recap tonight. It's your boy C Money here. K Jizzle and Sheedy will be joining us shortly. But, you know, we got to recap week five. Um, Trying to get Jizzle in. They have some technical difficulties right now. But, Sheedy and KG already talked about their games on Sunday. My game was starting on Sunday night. I think by now everybody knows what the outcome of our game was as your 49ers blew out the Dallas Cowboys one more time again on national TV for the third straight time. The score was 42-10 in a dominant performance by your truly San Francisco 49ers. You know, and I'm gonna go ahead and start talking until these guys get on. Since I got a show to myself, this is gonna be a 49er show. Nobody can stop me for saying what I want to say tonight on this 49er show. So let's get started. So from the beginning to the end of this game, the 49ers dominated the so-called number one defense in the league so far in the Dallas Cowboys. We put up 42 points on them and they started off from the beginning with an excellent performance by Josh Kittle with three touchdowns in this game, just completely dominating. And if I think if you guys watched the show from earlier, you know that I was talking all the time was like, you know, the Cowboys ain't who they think they are, especially since they lost Diggs. They lost Diggs and they lost a good coverage corner at that point. So it's like who were they gonna put to cover all the weapons the finance got? And I think the reporters and the report was that they came in and said that they're gonna stop eliminate McCaffrey. Okay, you held McCaffrey to I think he had 50 yards. He averaged 2.7 yards a carry, which ain't bad. Should have been more. But you left Josh Kittle wide open three times for a touchdown. You should got a touchdown. You had a normal game. Debo had a big game. And Jordan Mason, the backup to McCaffrey came in. He had a touchdown and had big runs. He was averaging, I think, 5 or 6 yards per carry. And then that was just on the offensive side. I think Paulie went for four touchdowns. And I don't think Dallas had an answer for any of Shanahan offensive plans. It looked like Micah Parsons was silent. Van Der Esch was picking himself off the ground all the time. So he was out. He was outside, and then he got injured in the end. Um, and sum it up, it was just they couldn't stop us from scoring, and then we got switched the CI to the defense, which held the Cowboys to 10 points, one touchdown, which was a bomb play, and then a field goal, and that was it. They didn't score again for the rest of the game. It was over. Dak threw three or four picks. He got sacked three times. Pollard had almost he was irrelevant. CeeDee Lamb was irrelevant, and that was it. And that summed up the game right there. So good humbling experience, I think, for the Cowboys. Good statement game by the 49ers, I should say, because
You can
everybody,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good statement game by the 49ers. Everybody thought it'd have been a closer game. I had actually marked this game off in the off season. If I look at my paper, I had marked this game off as a loss. I thought the Cowboys would come with a little bit more, um, determination. And then I also thought that, being that it was outside a playoff game, yeah, we, I'm not to say that we'd have given them the game, but it would have been less dramatic. It would have been less important. Leader had the little one, and then when they cleared the playoff game, we'd have crushed them. But I guess Kyle said not a fuck. Kyle said, "Nah, we gotta crush him." And he put his steppy foot on the throat, and that was the end of that. Kill him. It could have been worse. I think it could have been worse, but we rested the starters 14 minutes in the fourth quarter, and the second string, the third string still scored, still picked off deck. My partner KG watching the show with me. He said he ain't watching the shit no more. He going he bed.
I ain't watching no more. I didn't know.
So I mean, total disarray by the Cowboys. I think there's a big disappointment in them. Big up to the 49ers and Paulie and Shanahan and Kittle. And like I said, it's like I don't see a defense that could be out there that could guard all these weapons in right now. And until I see that, I don't know. I think the finals playing on an extreme level. The defense is playing. I think we talked about Steve Wilkes last week. That was Steve Wilkes. I know a lot of fans still ain't feeling Steve Wilkes' defense. His defense this Sunday was awesome. Awesome. Three or four picks, 3 sacks, pressures, 10 points. That's defense. That's a dominant defense against a supposedly supposed to be high-powered Dallas Cowboys.
Mhm.
I just didn't see it. So I know this is the NFL. If you don't show up, you're gonna get shown out, and then they got completely
Exactly.
showed out. So very disappointing. I would be worried if I was a Cowboy fan of this. I mean, they lost Arizona, embarrassing loss. Then they came up against us, and all that shit talking they were talking from week one. They were talking about this matchup. Week one, they were talking about this matchup. They come in there and they let egg on their face. They're on the sidelines with their head down. People hurt. People didn't know what to do. And I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be able to sustain that blunt force trauma that they got this week. Because next week they got the Chargers. That's another high
This week
powered
they got a
offense.
shadow coming up. So.
Right. That's another high powered offense that I don't know what they're gonna do. And,
I'm just telling more.
and I think Van Ness injured. I think Van Ness injured.
And they enjoyed.
A couple of the I think some of the linemen got injured too. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Dak head might be gone. I don't know where his head at. So we gotta see. We gotta see. Good though. We had one injury in the game. It was Aaron Banks. He has a mild shoulder strain, and he's listed as day to day. So they're just watching him a little bit. Other than that, we came out the game unscathed again. So we're looking good at playing at least 98% full capacity. And onward to we got the Browns next week. This week coming up. So we'll see. And I think they're in disarray too. So I don't know. But we got travel over there. We got them. And we'll see what happens. But dominant performance by the 49ers against the Cowboys. And on all phases of the team play with special teams, offense, defense. So I give my offense an A. It could have been an A plus, but I think the first 2 drives were kind of like shaky. Paulie had a couple of balls batted down. I think we scored on the first drive, but I think we punted on the second and third drive, and then from there we just scored on every other drive after that. So that's the only reason I ain't give them an A plus. I give them an A. Defense, I give them an A plus. Defense was awesome, even though we had that one man-to-man coverage that was burnt. I think the defense shut down the team completely. I didn't see Tony Pollard. I couldn't see him. Couldn't find him on the field, and I couldn't find CeeDee Lamb. And then Toppin, I think his name is the one that beat Isaiah Oliver, right? And then he got injured on special teams, and that was the end of that. And that was the end of them. So I give my defense an A plus. Special teams, I give them an A for good coverage, good. It wasn't much. They had to do much because I think we punted once in the game. So all around overall team performance, I give them an A. All phases of the field. And that's all I gotta say about my 49ers. I know why you guys want to comment and say talk about the Cowboys. I don't know, but a lot of things going on. That team is kind of like on rocky things, no rocky edges right now.
The Cowboys, for some reason, they go with the right game plan. I know they tried because they even tried to bring pressure on Porter at times. You know what I mean? And even if they tried it, it didn't work. So
Wait,
let
wait,
Dan
wait.
Quinn just,
What he on the computer?
ah,
You talking, Marky? What you on your computer?
technical difficulties, man.
Well, we could barely hear you. Your song more bad.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you better.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I don't know if actually Dan Quinn went ahead and studied the finals after because I think it was only the first quarter where the game was competitive. After that, just like the finals kind of take off and just took over the game. I think Treaty said it earlier in that game. For Dallas, on me last week. For Dallas to actually win, they will have to control tempo. I also said for Dallas to actually be competitive in that game and even win, you gotta give Potty different looks. Potty, I even think Potty get a hand on his foot. I didn't think Potty get a hand on his foot on Sunday night. Not even a finger. He was untouched. Why? I gotta ask Dan Quinn this.
He gets
Why
second
you
ones.
pat?
You think he gets second ones?
Wait, I know what I say. Um, but but why you got Parsons line up against Trent Williams? Why not attack
Nice.
the right tackle? I mean the right tackle.
Nikivitz.
Yeah. Most of the time you see Parsons line up, he line up on Trent Williams. That make no sense. That's a lose-lose situation. You might win now and again. You might win on a few players, but 9 out of the 10 you're gonna lose. That's a All Pro Hall of Fame left tackle right there. There was no stunts. There was no disguise. There was no change of the coverage. Kyle Shanahan ate Dan Quinn's lunch from start to finish. Porter was comfortable. Porter looked great in that game. The run game was great in that game. I think the mishap was the fumble by Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, that was it. Dak, I don't know what Dak was looking at. I don't know if Dak was thinking about next week or the week after. And he was still home sleeping. But obviously, he didn't come to play on Sunday. So this game shows that the Cowboys is the big bad bull who beat up on the bad teams. But when it comes to play the good teams, they can't perform.
But they got beat by the Cardinals.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
They got embarrassed by the Cardinals, actually.
I don't know about that. Again, that was all on Dak. Making a bad reach on a bad interception. Again, I think it was the play to the later in the fourth quarter where he threw an interception to the linebacker where he
Yeah.
saw the linebacker moving on the outside. The outside receiver running on the inside. He still threw the ball straight to the linebacker, but not looking at the not looking at the slot receiver. So you mean to tell me he still carry the defense? That's an easy read. You tell me he still carry the defense? So we still back to the same turnover prone deck. That ain't gonna change. I think the Cowboys in for a rude awakening. They in for a rude awakening. But dominant performance by the San Francisco 49ers. They play like they're right now the best team in the NFL.
Shooter, you got anything?
I say Saturday. Mm, I tell them what the keys to win. Obviously didn't work. I ain't got a thing to see. It was street as that. You don't control the clock. You ain't gonna be the 49ers. So said, so done. Can't have shot, 3 notes and them kind of stuff. You ain't gonna work.
Let me
You
actually
must
look at the
listen.
position. Oh, the position of this game. Yeah, big difference here. Them had the ball for 22 minutes and 55 seconds, and we had the ball for 37 minutes and 5 seconds of the
Just answer my question.
game. So yeah, so that was the
What's up?
Monday. That was the Sunday night game. We were on the show, but we left early after that, and I left watching the game, and that's what happened. Um, so we still got two teams undefeated in the NFL: the 49ers and the Eagles. Um, a lot of people this week are talking about what if these two teams meet each other in week 13 and they're still undefeated. I think that would be a heavy weight match. I don't think that happened. And not to say the Eagles gonna lose, but I don't. I think we got the Browns, the Vikings, the Bengals coming up before we get all by a week. And I don't fear any of them. I don't think the Bears, the Browns gonna beat us. I don't think the Vikings gonna beat us, especially with Justin Jefferson on the shelf. I just don't see them. They're having another weapon to go to like that. The Bengals, I want to see what they do next week. They look like they started to catch their stride. I want to see what they do next week. I still don't think they can ramp with us, but they might sneak us. They might sneak us, but we'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
And
we're gonna lose a game. It's gonna either be between. It's gonna be the stretch between the Chiefs, Bills, and 49ers. We ain't losing to Dallas. I'll tell you that right though. I think we sweeping the division. We ain't losing to Dallas. But you know how division games go.
yep,
It's up and down. Things happen. It's unexpected. But like I said before, the games that we're gonna lose is between. We're gonna lose one of them games, either between the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Niners.
you play
But the
you got to
but
play
the
the
Dolphins
Dolphins.
too.
I was gonna say
Dolphins, that's gonna be a game too. But that would be if our defensive line don't show up. I think the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins' offensive line is as good.
Mhm.
The only thing is how my defensive coordinator is gonna scheme against Tyreek Hill and those speedsters is Jalen Waddle and
I,
Mostert.
I don't tell you what you need to do. You hit somebody in the mouth. You hit
That's what
Tyreek,
we have to do here.
yeah, you hit Tyreek, he damn well he gonna be flying on the field. I tell you from now.
That's what we're gonna have to do. But
You lay somebody in the ass, and they must stop running up and them full speed.
but
Lay him
after the
out.
depth, we just have to get better in the red zone. Our red zone offense. That's all. You have to fix it. We want good on red. I think the game against the Rams we were 2 for 6. Have to get better. We have to get at least close to at least 60% or above. Can't be 2 for 6. It's not gonna work against the Dolphins. It ain't gonna work against the Cowboys regardless. It ain't gonna work against the Chiefs. It ain't gonna work against the Bills. And it ain't gonna work against the Niners. It ain't gonna work against the. It probably won't work against the Seahawks too. So we gotta fix the red zone. We got a couple. We got at least one more week to fix it, which is against the Jets. And after that, you got a Dallas. Then after you got the Commanders and the Cowboys. Then your bye week. Then you're going to the Chiefs, Bills, and 49ers. So they gotta fix it.
All right, we see. Like I said, everybody looking for that big matchup on week 13 to see what's going on. Hoping that everybody undefeated to get down that stretch. It's like imagine if these two teams meet week 13, they undefeated. The place gonna go crazy, but
Play
we'll
them
see
be
what happens.
crazy.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Um, I ain't got Tanzania's the South no more because so I know he touchy. So, but the Sunday night game was the Green Bay Packers against the Raiders. The Raiders came out with the win. Um, my only comment is that two teams didn't look too hot to me. I still think they're trying to find out their identities. Um, Johnny Love, I don't know yet. And then
Not Sunday night, Monday night.
Monday night. And
What background noise is?
One night here.
you can really
What?
cuss.
What is shooting going on?
What a fan?
What is...
Well, if it was not a secondary thing, then you wouldn't have never hear the fan. You mute your mic up,
boy.
mute something while going on.
What happened to the AC? Turn on the AC.
It's still hot. So don't tell me that's not my fan.
The guy got stressed. Leave trouble alone. So,
Boy.
Johnny Love, I ain't too sure that Johnny Love and Jimmy is being Jimmy, and I don't think that Josh Daniels really understands how to use Jimmy to change up that offense. A stat came out in that game that Jimmy was 7 for 7 on passes, 10 yards or less. And I don't think the Raiders offense built for that yet. I think the Raiders offense still built for stretching the field with Derek Carr, and Jimmy just can't do it. So until they figure out what's going on, I don't think they're always winning these tight knit games down to the last second suspenseful games. But they win. That's what matters. So I don't know.
I think Jared Love still working at him, man. Jared Love, this is his first year start. So he gonna go through the bumps and bruises. He still got a lot to learn. It's okay that He sat down and sit down and learn from Aaron Rodgers for what 3 years. But that ain't the same as in stepping in the field and being under fire, being under pressure of the game and a full season in the NFL. So he got along with it, bro. But he got some good traits.
Mhm.
But other than the Packers, and I ain't really watch that game too much because it was a trash game regardless. But you could see that the Packers were undermanned too because there was no Aaron Jones. I think they had a few other players out too as well. I think if Aaron Jones was in the game, that'd have been a much bigger difference maker. Cause he be all alone. He's a playmaker. He's a game changer too as well. He probably would have put up at least one touchdown. And the fact that he could be effective in the run game and the pass game too.
Yeah, and then
But
too, like I mean, Max Crosby had how many pressures? I think I mistakenly heard. Well, I heard 46. I don't think that was right.
46 pressures.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, he
don't
was
think that.
pressing everything, man, every play.
I don't think that was right.
He will get to the quarterback every play then. If that's the case,
I
every
don't
snap.
think that was right. Yeah, I don't think that was right. But that's just one guy, and he was the only person. I mean, he was wrecking shop. He was, even if he wasn't a 5-6 pressure, he was wrecking shop. He was pressuring Johnny Love every play. Every play he had pressure on Johnny Love. So, Shitty, anything on the Monday night game?
You want to, if you want a young quarterback to succeed, you have to put the weapons around. Jordan Love don't have the weapons around, to be honest. Dobbs and Christian Watson, okay, they're not playmakers. There's a difference why quarterbacks struggle all in the year, and that's strictly when you don't have the necessary playmaker. Take a page of a Miami book. Tour struggle. They went and getting Waddle and went and traded for Tyreek Hill. Now he got the run game. You got everything. The took a page of a Philly book. You get Devontae Smith. You trade for AJ Brown. You get run game going. That's easy. You could look at it from San Fran's point of view. It's just a little backwards there. Porter came in from an injury, but you put the pieces around to make it easy for him. A lot of these teams that have young quarterbacks don't have the necessary playmakers around for them to be successful. Jordan Love, the game that he won against the Saints, that was more. I could speak about that more as the Saints collapsing on defense than Jordan Love's actually doing it. Jordan Love just chunk balls down the field in that game, and the Saints like they couldn't do what they were doing before. It was at one point it was 18-0. The thing about it is with those kind of quarterbacks is those young quarterbacks, you have to surround them with the necessary persons. I going through the same process now. We don't have the necessary playmakers around, so we struggle. So um, they needed it was 13-17 under 2 minutes. Jordan Love needed to score for a victory. What did he do? He just threw the ball into the end zone. The guy picked it off. Uh, that's just Jordan Love at this point. He hasn't shown us nothing yet other than he stayed behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years, but we don't compare Jordan Love as a top tier quarterback. So if he ain't top tier, what you do? You got to support him with the necessary people around. And right now, he doesn't have those people around. He'll beat mediocre teams, but I don't think he'll beat good teams. So that's just a case of a team being good. And for the Raiders, it's a more veteran team. They shouldn't be in the position they should be in now. But um, here we are. the 2-3. Like I said, Jimmy's being inconsistent. Josh McDaniels getting a lot of heat for the way he coaching. So it's a tall task for the Raiders, to be honest. Coming up, the West, I still think the Chiefs and the Chargers gonna go with them two spots. So for the Raiders, they gotta hope that they play better football coming up. But I did pick the Raiders to win. I didn't expect it to be close like that coming down to the last thing, but I didn't expect much out of the game, to be honest. To say like it was the battle of two top teams. I think both of those teams are stuck right in the middle of being mediocre right now. So that's my 10 cents on it.
All right, that makes sense. So I think that wrap up our recap of week 5. And I know
KG, do your last one?
I don't care. You got last one for the Eagles. I think you have
It's pretty much what I said on Sunday. Offense look a lot better.
I gonna have to clear up about 35 minutes for me, and I ready to break down this game. I couldn't break it down Sunday. Can't speak on a game based with raw emotions. I guess I'm time now to say what I got to say.
Wait, look like he grabbed a book though.
Well, you could bet that was heavy.
No, we ain't got time for the show to tonight.
He got that pizza emote.
Yeah, that's good. Put something about. Go ahead, KG. Finish my
like I said before, same is pretty much relaying of what was said on Sunday. Offense played great, came up firing. Just for the fact that we didn't do good in red zone, we have to work on that. Hopefully, we get that fixed before the tough part of the schedule hits. Dallas got it started off playing great too as well. Got involved in the game real early. Got a couple of catches, a touchdown, and after that he took over the game later on. Same as for AJ Brown, who's been playing great so far throughout the season. Sewell Pettle, who stepped in for Cam Joggins, played a great game for the fact that he was going against one of the best defensive players to play in this league, a future Hall of Famer. So the offensive line was able to hold him down. This fella named Jeff Stoutland, our offensive line coach, has to be the best offensive line coach in the NFL. And for some reason, we always find ways to find a certain gem, even undrafted player, a player who was cast off another team. Somehow he finds ways to work his magic and bring him on a team, and next thing you know, it's just plug and play. Sewell Petty just came in and he played great. Like I said before, Aaron Donald only had one pressure and 3 tackles. I think there's a stat that say that Aaron Donald hasn't recorded a sack against the Eagles for 5 years he's played against the Eagles. One of the best defensive players in this game who had a sack against every other team. That says something. Gotta give Jeff Stoutland some credit. Defensive line played great. Jalen Carter is still performing. Possibly gonna be rookie of the year. I think he had 2 sacks at Stafford. One where you could say he threw the center to him like a rag doll. Very explosive player. Jordan Davis had a good game. Fletcher Cox was in there. Hassan Reddick finally showed out. Now that he has a cast off his hand, he got 2 sacks. So he's back on schedule again. Josh Sweat had a few pressures too. In the second half, like I said before, we were able to shut them down to 14 points after they came out firing in the first half. That was a good adjustment by Sean Desai for the simple fact that he started Bradley Roby, who came in and did a great job. For somebody who didn't play in the system, who just came off the street, he did a great job going against Cooper Kupp. I think they had a total of 83 yards for that whole second half. They didn't get no field goals, which means that they weren't in field goal range. Didn't get in the red zone. So you got to give credit to Sean Desai for coming up with a good game plan and adjusting too as well. So I mean, we're getting there. And like I said before, I gave both sides of the football a B plus. Special teams, I'll give them an A plus. They play a great. Jake Elliott is kicking the hell out of football. But other than that, that's it. It's on to the Jets, and we talk about that on Saturday.
Hey, cheated.
All right. So buckle up.
I think I'm gonna beat him.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Because I really couldn't do it on Sunday due to the raw emotions in me. So now that I got some time to analyze, let me get this out of the way. I did not expect the Panthers to go to the Super Bowl. I did not expect the Panthers to go to the NFC Championship game. I did not pick them to win the division. I think Shane was the only one picked them in the prediction. I did predict them to snatch a wild card spot. I did not predict them going 0-5 and being the only winless team in the NFL. A lot of that can attribute to a lot of factors. 4 games that we played outside of this one in Detroit, we were actually leading. Out of them 4 games, we were leading in all 4. This last one just kind of just gap us apart. You can tell from if we really sit and look at the games, personnel wise, we are very, very thin on certain areas based on how I see they want to play. And one of those is defensive line. We don't. I keep saying it all the time. We don't have the big bodies to run defense. We get gashed week in and week out to run defense, and I don't understand why they don't actually try to sign someone or pick up somebody from somewhere, just somebody about 350 pounds, just a clog. We get all they do in the run when they're going to run is double team Derek Brown, and everybody else can get disengaged and blocks. So I total wasted money. I don't know why they signed 3 years, 18 million with him. Deshaun Williams, like I said, he was a feel good story. He worked with Evero in Denver last year, but the, a tight end could block him, he can't do nothing. Linebackers, Frankie Lugo and those guys. The problem, if you really sit and watch film, the reasons our linebackers don't do anything in run defense is because linemen get up to the second level on our linebackers, and that is the problem. If you don't have big bodies to contain blocks, your linebackers cannot stop the run. Because guess what? People get to the second level and block our linebackers. We getting tread and run defense. And you know what's gonna happen when you run defense? One play action. You, you had no Amara Brown, had no Jamal Gibbs, but you would believe that the Lions had 10 random ass out there playing. It you can't do this. If you can't stop the run, then everybody gonna be open. That's simple facts. If you can't stop the run, everybody gonna get open, and that's what was happening to the Panthers. We just couldn't stop the run. You can't. You're afraid to send the blitz because half your people injured. The 4 people we had starting at the start of the year down to 1. Only Van Bell there because Dante Jackson didn't play either. So you had Deshaun Jameson and CJ Henderson playing as your starting cornerbacks. And if I was a defensive coordinator, I scared as hell to leave them on one-on-ones. I don't even care who them against. So they always had help, which means the guys up front got to do their job and run blocking, and that ain't work. First running play, 42 yards of touchdown Montgomery. And team like he just was untouched. He run a pile, nobody covered him up, and he went full speed up the road for a thing. You can tell the Lions is a completely better team than the Panthers, and I predicted the Lions to be a really good team. I think the Panthers could look at some stuff from the Lions. I think this is Dan Campbell's 3rd season with them. You remember that 4th season was horrendous. The second last year they started to get fire at the end of the season, and they got the momentum. For the Panthers, they gotta continue to do stuff that way. This year is a building year. I don't know who you got to build with because right now I wouldn't be surprised if I saw them trade Brian Bonds. I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Um, if you ain't gonna sign him to extension, I would have actually. I don't know why if you ain't sign him to the extension that he want, you should have put him in the trade package to Chicago and keep DJ Moore. Straight as simple as that. For the only reason that you can't sign him to extension. The Bears wanted Derek Brown, Brian Bonds, or DJ Moore. DJ Moore already got his 3 year, $62 million extension. If we can't pay Brian Bonds whatever he wants, you should have include him and not DJ Moore. Simple as that. On the offensive side, again, I watched Bryce Young. He's getting better and better every week. He's made some really good throws against the Lions. And he had two mistakes, which is the pick. One of them, I have no idea why they still calling plays for Ian Thomas. I don't even know why Ian Thomas on an NFL roster. Only the Panthers he could make. The second one, Ian Thomas run the route too high. So it's a flood route. You know, the tight end goes straight across, straight to the outside. The wide receiver runs the outpost. So the cornerback got to choose whether he jumping down or going back up. All what happened there is Ian Thomas run the outside route very high, so he was closer to the Jonathan Mingo than he should have been, and the cornerback was right in the middle of him, and he picked it. Bryce shouldn't have tried, but the Ian Thomas run the wrong route. There and then Ian Hutchinson made a great one-handed interception on a screen play, and that was luck. But again, Miles Sanders has been a huge disappointment. I think he should be benched. He fumbled again. Chuba Howard has looked every part the running back one in that team. LaVisca Chenault has looked very, very good. I would have tried to cut Miles Sanders or treat him. I don't even care to eat the money because he looks like a shell of himself. That's how bad he look right now. Receivers, Adam Thielen, fourth in the league in targets, seventh in the league in yards. He's as good as ever. So we knew Thielen is a savvy vet, but you asked him to taught the trio to be a wide receiver one. But that ain't gonna hit, that means you ain't going far. Mingo was good. Char got a touchdown, not bad. Hayden Horse. The line was a little better. I think that I don't want to make this song bad, but it it took Chandler Zavala that sting on his neck for the line to look better. I don't want to make, like I said, I don't want it to sound bad because he got injured, but the line actually got better after he got injured. So, but he's okay. He flew home with the team. Um, Prayers up for him. Hope he has a speedy recovery, but he shouldn't be on the field. So I just say, he just take that sting out of your neck and sit out for the rest of the season. But the Panthers look better. I think getting back Austin Corbett will be really good. I saw a thing here I was going to send at you. Taylor Moton, our right tackle. He is I don't want to say only quality. Let me see what I'm going. Taylor Moton, according to PFF, most snaps played by offensive linemen without allowing a quarterback hit or sack this season. 229 sacks. So that means only he on the line that actually matter. Cause the rest is a bunch of doo-doo. I don't know what's going on the rest of the line. But again, this whole thing comes down to the mishandling of Bryce Young from Frank Wright. So I would say this is strictly Bryce Young, the mishandling of Bryce Young. Frank Wright is not doing a very good job of nurturing Bryce Young. And I'm actually worried about his mental health. I think he got senile or he got Alzheimer's because ain't no way you could call a play for Thielen and Thielen in on the field. You got play designed for Adam Thielen, and then you call a play and Thielen in on the field, and you ain't recognize that. And then two, last week Terrace Marshall had the most targets, most catches, most yards on the thing, and ain't play one snap. And them asked him today on Monday, why didn't Terrace Marshall play? Oh yeah, that's my fault. He should have played. I didn't even recognize he didn't even play a single snap. That makes sense as a coach. That don't make sense. Again, if it continue going bad, I feel like still fire Frank Wright, but not the staff. Because I think Frank Wright is trying to do too much as the head coach when he should just be the head coach. Let Thomas Brown do his job as offensive coordinator and let every be thing. I do believe we still have the right people in the building, which is Caldwell and all those guys. I just think too much fingers in the pot. And then what happening is that Frank Wright got to get his foot down, and he wants it to be his stamp on the team. And I don't really like that. Frank Wright, if you guys ever watch the games, Frank Wright carves those plays like he got 2016 Wentz or like a Strode, that type of person that they'll stand in the pocket. And there's a big thing going on now on social media about if we should make a mistake drafting Bryce Young and CJ Stroud out there balling. If anybody thinks CJ Stroud would be balling in Carolina this year, that means you really don't watch football. Because you want me to tell you the difference between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud? Bryce Young elusive. He could get out of pressure. With the way the line playing, CJ Stroud would have been injured. Anthony Richardson can't make it out a full game. And I'm talking about Bryce Young brittle. Bryce Young get licked down up and down all the time, and he still get up. Bryce Young is gonna be fine. I can see why he was so special in Alabama. He's gonna be fine. We got about 50 million cap space. Hopefully we use it wisely and get some help for him. But the team now is not constructed to make Bryce Young be successful. And it's like you guys always say, oh, it's all about the development. Yeah, but I don't want to be on for even thinking about no development still. I still need to win games. And I did tell you guys the first 6 games of the season hard. After we give up 100 points to the Dolphins this week, we got bold. And then after that boy week, here what we got. Texans, Colts, Bears. You gonna tell me we can't win 3 of them games? You got to be crazy. If we don't win them 3 games, Frank Wright, I would change my ticket to go in my KG and go straight Charlotte and scuff Frank Wright in the back of your head. If we can't win them 3 games. Because the Panthers we are not the worst team in the NFL. We are not.
The Bears put them a lot of points.
Huh?
The Bears starting to put them a lot of points.
Nah, I don't want to hear that nonsense either.
The Colts playing good football.
Where?
Yeah, we are.
Who them beat? Who them beat?
Yes, who them beat?
And Stroud looking good.
Remember I tell you that thing that he had no picks?
Yeah.
Well, the man threw almost 2 balls straight to Jesse Bates, and Jesse Bates' hand had on this liquid. Straight to Jesse Bates. So he lucky he ain't got no picks yet. But I ain't saying that he ain't playing bad, but I hate to hear people saying, oh, Bryce Young is a boss or
He can't. Too early to say.
Everybody's in a different situation. Steichen gonna scheme plays for Anthony Richardson. You know why Anthony Richardson getting injured? He using his legs a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna recognize that. You know what the Texans doing a lot? They max protecting because he's a pocket passer. They max protect a lot and do a lot of like 2 receiver routes and them kind of stuff. So that they don't. You see, when he played the Ravens, they did a lot of blitzes from all over and it threw him off. No, you got to Tank Dales and Nico Collins. See, you don't really hear no Titans getting big games in Houston. Tank Dale, Nico Collins, Robert Woods, those guys gonna do good little stuff. And the offensive coordinator is making good use of his scheme. The problem is Frank Wright and Bryce are not a scheme fit. That's why Thomas Brown should be calling the plays. I hope when we get our ass kicked against the Dolphins, I hope going into the bye week he relinquishes the thing. Because if he don't do that, I mean the Panthers ain't serious about winning. Because he'll never change the way he calls his plays. We were talking about it before the show, seeing that stupid article about the Frank Wright was forced to pick Bryce Young. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear nothing there. He probably really liked Bryce Young. I mean CJ Stroud for his scheme. But it was a consensus pick that Bryce Young would have been the pick after meeting all of them. Looking at next year's draft class, I would be like, we should have waited. But I can't do that. I picked Bryce Young. You got to roll with Bryce Young straight up. I do believe he's going to be a very special quarterback. And how much quarterbacks usually that drafted so high? How much quarterbacks actually have success in their rookie year? There's not much. You
None.
can go through the
Not much.
list. Not much. So I usually I'm angry when I lose. 'Cause I hate losing. I'm not angry at Bryce Young, but I believe I'm angry at the coaching staff for not doing their job. I'm angry at the front office for not putting the right people on the field. This is the second week in a row that we did not activate Deion Jones. What the hell? You got some Chandler Wooten playing linebacker. He ain't no better than Deion Jones. So I don't know why they do that. I do understand some of the stuff that the coaching staff doing, the front office. They're gonna have to make some changes. This year's already like the first 5 games we played was against the NFC and we lose all. So he ain't no making no playoffs. I believe we could come strong at the ending of the season and play better football and help. But for now, my disappointment is not in Bryce Young. My disappointment is definitely in Frank Wright and Scott Fitterer because this is not a team I envision coming out here and own 5. No way, no how. I never envisioned us going own 5. And like I said, we were up in 4 of the games except the Lions. But this is that it has to be very, very frustrating for everyone. But what you could do, I done said that taking my blows Sunday. Ain't no way we beat no Dolphins. I saw the say. Now with that team, the team we got a lot of holes, so we're not beating no Dolphins. I just hope that the Dolphins put up a lot of points. So something got to change during the bye week. I expect to see something happen during the bye week though. So just brace yourself. We'll have something for the bye week. But my anger is never towards Bryce Young. I believe Bryce Young will be just fine. If you guys ever watch how he plays these last few games, he's gotten better and better, and he's made some good throws. But scheme fit is they're not him and Frank right are not a scheme fit, and I think David Tepper should know that by now and make a change of force. If I was the owner, David Tepper loves to be in this kind of things. I was forcing Frank right hand to give a play call because he's not scheme fit. Just don't leave him there. Sometimes you gotta put your foot down. And I would have forced him to stay the head coach, but you have to give up the play calling because you call stuff for a Nick Foles in a what he need Carson Wentz in a Philip Rivers, those big guys. You don't call plays for Bryce Young. You don't have that scheme that how you use Bryce Young. So it needs to change, and I hope changes come after this game here, but we'll see what happens. I'm not angry as Sunday night. I'm disappointed we own 5, but I still think we got some building blocks that we could take. I mean, JC Han is unfortunate that he got injured. He's your building block in the secondary. Linebacker Louvu's your building block there. On the line, you got Derek Brown and Brian Bourne. So you have building blocks. Wide receiver, Thielen got probably a year or 2 there. I don't know if he'll be signing Chalk. Jonathan Mingo, you just drafted. Bryce Young. I don't know who else the building blocks behind the line. So we gotta see how that goes. But I'm not angry like the Sunday. I was emotionally angry then, but not anymore. I'm cool and calm now, and I could talk about the Panthers. So we'll see. Brighter days gotta be coming ahead. It gotta be. And you can't sink no lower than what it be now.
They got a long way to go, partner. A long way to go.
Week 5.
I don't really long way to go basically. Yeah, this season.
This season here.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes.
So what's your overall grade?
On the Panthers this week?
Mhm.
F.
All around?
All around. F. Nonsense. I ain't giving them no thing. Not because I say I ain't gonna cuss them.
All right.
See, I just see something here. I don't even know. It got so much stuff. They say the Panthers put in an exploratory call to the Green Bay Packers regarding their wide receivers, including the young star wide receiver Christian Watson Associate. They do not have their first round selection in this year's draft, which is a major issue to go get a top tier talent that they are looking for. Green Bay did not show any interest in moving Watson as Carolina continues to call across the league to help quarterback Bryce Young, a major long-term upgrade wide receiver. That could be true. Could not be true. It's too hard to tell because everyone knows the Panthers need thing. They're not gonna get a top tier wide receiver. No, they could get like a McCole Hardman who's on a 1 year, $4 million deal for a 7th round pick. Cause he ain't get no playing time out there. You'll use him to stretch the field. But they're not gonna get T. Higgins. Jerry Judy, they may be asking for much money. You could probably get Jerry Judy at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I wasn't giving up my 2nd and 4th round pick this year when you ain't got no 1st round picks already. So you gotta look at that from how you think. The Panthers are a team still trying to build. Don't give up any more assets. But you know something I was gonna tell you guys too. We put so much prize and faith in these draft picks. They got a hit. That's the difference.
It's a lottery, man.
This is why I can't understand. People cuss and say, "Oh, the Panthers refused 2 first-round picks for Brian Bonds." But suppose we had take them 2 first-round picks and pick a Alex Leatherwood who can't block and another person that ain't doing nothing. You remember when you're drafting, you gotta know if you got a hit. You got a hit when you got persons that have done it, like Brian Bonds in the league. I was giving Brian Bonds his money because if I gotta go and find another Brian Bonds in the draft, I may not be that lucky. And that's why I tighten assets giving up, but sometimes you gotta have real good scouting to actually hit. We haven't been hitting. That's the problem. So why would I give up Brian Bonds? No, when I gotta go and find an edge rusher, no, to replace Brian Bonds, and I can't hit on a draft. That's the thing. So those are our kind of stuff you look at. I know Bryce Young will get help. Maybe not this season, but I know he'll get help next season. So this season is a wash. It's all about the development, as you guys see, and I'll have to live with it. There'll be a lot of angry nights, but I gotta live with it. I can't change that now. So it is what it is. I ain't making no more noise.
All right. So then, now we can wrap up with a recap after the Panthers gave the dissertation. The Panthers have the Dolphins coming up next week. We have the Browns, and Philly has
The Jets.
So some intriguing matchups next week. Some outer conference players. Should you have questions this week or not?
No, I think we'll keep the questions for next week because we done went through everything already.
All right. So with that said, then wrapping up week 5. Let's go ahead and look at the week 5 results from our picks.
The shitty win.
I'll bring it up here now.
You could bet that. I tell you, I'll put my foot down.
No. I think you win, Pat.
Yo, I win. I put my foot down.
What should he tell us?
The only way I win is change when they sabotage something, then change it around. I win.
Hey, this fella always always say, I can't find the paper.
See that? Just cause I win, nobody can find the people. Remember, it was up to me, Sheen. We were toy. He
Yeah.
picked Green Bay, and I picked Las Vegas. I tell you, if I wanted to win the picks every week, I would have win them.
He wanted me to pick it. Yo, shut up.
Bullshit.
I just hit him.
All right, so congrats to Shirley when he first win for the season in week 5. He barely squeaked through, but that's all right. Time when
He said, "Barely speak true." You look at pick the Panthers out of last year.
Pick up next week.
I ain't that stupid.
All right, so with that done, let's go ahead and get our picks in for this week. This Thursday game.
Turns out.
Here we go. So we have Denver at Kansas City on Thursday night.
Kansas City.
Yep.
Kansas City all the way around.
KG just want to pick my pick street.
You see, he following the winner.
Yeah, you just want to pick what I want to pick now.
I done it 2 weeks already.
Yeah, but I give out you there. I bet you don't win this week.
You looking for an easy come up?
I bet you don't win this week.
Wow.
How you figure that?
Yeah, I bet.
How much you bet
So
me?
here's the bet. If I win, if I beat you this week, you gotta drink a full loco with me when I come up.
Okay. Why if I win?
Oh no, you see that's too easy a bet for you because
Yeah,
you would drink.
yeah.
He would drink that even if I didn't bet him. So no, I ain't betting you nothing.
Hmm.
I ain't betting you nothing.
All right. So with the picks in, let's go ahead and go with our game balls of week 5. Um, we start with the trash bag. Shrita, you go first.
Fact right. It got to be said. He is the trash bag this week.
He gave Frank, right? Hey, ain't no about that yet. But Geji, trash bag.
The Dallas Cowgirls.
All right.
You come out there talking all this state trash about how you're the best team. You got a Super Bowl defense. Your offense is this and that. You got the best playmakers, such and such, and you went out there and laid a egg. Horrible performance. You look worse than the damn Giants. That's what you look like. The Dallas Cowgirls.
All right. I can't argue with that. My trash bag, it was tight for me. It is. I really want to give it to the Cowboys, but I didn't give it to the New England Patriots.
I was just going to say why nobody gives it to the
Yeah,
Patriot.
I didn't give it to the Patriots. You come in and lay a goose? A goose?
Loosey goosey.
That I don't know when last. I mean, teams that does go down the field when them know they can get shot out and kick a field goal instead of going for 7, just so they won't get a goose. And he couldn't even manage to get a field goal. That's embarrassing for a national football team. I think they ain't looking too hot this season. They need to pull it together. They need to pull it together. But trash bag of the week goes to Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots for that horrible performance as a Patriots fan to vomit twice. If it was me, that's my trash bag. All right, game balls of the week. Sweetie.
Justin Fields and
Ah,
DJ
man, I'm
Moore.
going to get to you too.
That connection is the connection we've been waiting on all
You said Justin Fields
season.
and who? DJ Moore?
DJ Moore, the Justin Fields and DJ Moore connection. We've been waiting on that all year. It finally come out. Glad to take the Commanders to date, but that's a duo there.
All right. KG?
I'm going to give it to Shane Steichen and the Colts. Losing your quarterback all in the first quarter, having your not having your superstar on their back, Zach Moss going off for 165 yards against a very good defense in the Tennessee Titans. I think right now they're 2-1 in the division, 3-2
3-2.
altogether. I think a lot of us didn't expect the Colts to be that competitive all in the season. So you gotta give credit to Shane Steichen and the Colts.
Okay. I got me a little bias here by giving this game ball to the San Francisco 49ers. The whole team. Just for a total domination of the Dallas Cowgirls. So said America's team, so said best defense in the league, blah, 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 blah. But I give them the game ball to the whole 49ers organization for this week performance. That's my game ball. All right, so I mean that's it for week 5 recap, week 5 game balls, week 6 predictions, and our overall performance grades for the week. Thursday night game is the Kansas City Chiefs, the Denver Broncos at Kansas City. I think this guy game gonna be a blow, so I might have to find some that's watched because I don't know about the Broncos. I know about Sean Payton and Broncos. That's how organization falling apart by the seams. But other than that, I don't have anything else, guys. I don't know if you guys have anything.
No, only thing is Ramsey and Jefferson.
Oh, yep.
That's it.
And Justin Jefferson likely hit IR with a hammy.
The running back for the Dolphins out for a while too, Ashan.
Yep. And what he named out to? running back for the Cardinals, James Conner. He on two
James
for a couple
Conner.
weeks. Yeah, I think he on IR too for a couple weeks.
Yeah, so
So the injury bug is starting to come around. I think Vander Ish out too for the Cowboys with
Okay,
something he neck. Yeah. So
he always getting neck injuries.
and he with that big
You know,
old
he
neck
don't
pad.
wear a neck pad.
Yep, I just gonna say he with that big old neck pad. Oh, they looking like Bill Romanowski. All right, so I think that wrap it up for us, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Go ahead and like the video, drop some comments. You know, you comment, we can see it, we can answer it. Come on the show if you want, talk about your other teams. I would love to get some Cowboy fans on here. Check us out on Facebook and then just keep abreast on the Twitter for any updates, game talk that we have on there. And for now, for week 5, we're gonna peace out and we'll see you guys on Saturday. Talk about the Thursday night game and getting our game picks for Sunday for week 6. Peace out.
All right, peace.